Hello, I'm Adam Townsend, one of the tutors on the C++ course, the introductory course which you are booked on and which will begin shortly. Now, before we start, so before the first session, we just need to make sure that C++ is running on your computer. Now, for some programming languages like MATLAB, everything is done from within MATLAB. You open up MATLAB, the program, and you write your code in MATLAB, and you execute the code, you run the code also in MATLAB, the program. So there's only one thing you need. But C++ is different. C++ is a compiled language. We'll talk more about the difference in the actual course. But what you need to know for now is that means you need two different programs. It firstly means you need a program for text editing, for writing the code. So we're going to be using a program called Atom. That's a text editor. There are different ones, but that's the one that we're going to be using. But then we also need to have a C++ compiler installed on your computer. So a compiler is a program which converts the text that you just wrote into an executable file which you can run and then does whatever you wrote in your program. So it turns the text into a program essentially that will do what you want. So you need to make sure that you have the C++ compiler installed on your system. So let's take a look now at the different ways that you can ensure that this is the case. Now, you've almost certainly got here already, but if you haven't, the GitHub repo, github.com/petnet/course-intro-2-cpp, this is where all of the material for this course is going to be. So when we start the course, here is where we're going to spend a bit of time. For now, however, if you go to this website and scroll down, I want you to find part 0. That's going to talk about setting up C++. So this first bit of here is what I've told you already. We're going to set up a text editor and we're going to get the C++ compiler working. So the text editor that we're using, as I said, is Atom. You can choose to use this or you can use something else. It doesn't matter. If you'd like to use Atom, you can download it at atom.io. You can just go ahead and download it. That's easy. And if you are happy, then let's also get the command line compiler working. So the compiler is a program, but it doesn't have it doesn't look like normal programs. It doesn't have a window or graphics. It runs directly from the command line. And if you are on Mac or on most Linux distributions, you should have a C++ compiler automatically installed. If you open up the terminal and type C++ and just press enter, if you get the response error no input files, then you know everything's good. You're going to be able to use the compiler. If not, you're going to have to head down an avenue of looking stuff up on Google. If you happen to be using a college computer somehow, maybe you've got one of their laptops, then the information is here. And for more on setting up your own machine, you can head down to the appendix. So if you click on this, this goes down to the bottom of the GitHub repo. This is what we said about the text editor. And this is what I've just said for Mac and Linux. For Windows, it's a little bit more awkward, but the instructions are here. So head through the instructions. There's a YouTube video, that's good, isn't it? A link to a YouTube video within a YouTube video. And if you click on this link, you'll be taken to more instructions for installing it on your own machine. So have a go at this, and you should be able to get yourself to the stage where we have a compiler which works. So you can head to the terminal, to the command prompt, type C++ or maybe G++ for Windows, and it gives you this in response. If you see that, and you have your text editor, here's Atom, I'm using on the left-hand side. If you have a text editor ready to go, here's my text editor, and you have the command line ready to go, then this is all we need, and you are ready for when we start the course. So I look forward to seeing you there.